Is Medieval Dynasty a game worth playing? Or maybe better yet, is it worth buying? Is it playable yet? What exactly does early access mean for this game? What type of game is it, and what is it not? My name is TheSurvivalBob, and I'm going to attempt to answer all these questions and give you a real good feel for Medieval Dynasty in 2020 early access, so you can decide if this is something you want to play or spend your money on yourself. If you enjoy this content, please make sure you hit like and subscribe for more reviews and a Medieval Dynasty gameplay series on my channel. Let's start with early access and whatever that means in this day and age. Now, while some games have been in early access, air quotes, for going on a decade now, Medieval Dynasty actually came out September 17th, 2020, and it's actually a very playable game from the beginning. Other early access titles have game-breaking bugs that make them unplayable. I've got close to 40 hours in this game after about 4 days into it, and it is very playable, very enjoyable, while you can still see there is room for improvement, and we'll lay that out with the roadmap here in just a few minutes. Now, I always like to get what it's not out of the way early, so if that's what you're looking for, you can jump out and not wonder if this is actually the game for you. So, what is this not? Well, it's not a PvP game, it's not a multiplayer game, and at this point, there's really no fighting action other than animals. While they do intend to add that later, it looks like in the roadmap that the devs put out, we will look at here in a sec. Early access version of this game, what we're playing now, the only fighting you're going to be doing is with wolves and bears and boars and things like that. It's also not a massively open world experience if that's what you're looking for. The map on this is pretty small. However, in the beginning you're on foot, so it can make it feel a little bit larger, but the reality is you can run across the map in one game day and get most of the way back before it switches to the next day. Now, one final thing I want to mention here is that there is no character customization at this point in the game. There's one dude with one name. You cannot change any of it. It is what it is. And I'm not seeing a third-person view in this as well, even though they show that in some of the video. Your first-person gameplay in everything I've experienced to this point. Alright, now that we've covered what it's not, let's get into a little bit more about what it is in the gameplay and if I think you will enjoy it. So on the Steam website, it says Medieval Dynasty is a unique combination of multiple successful genres, including survival, simulation, role-playing, and strategy. I would agree with most of that, and maybe that is where they want to go in the future as they develop the game. Survival, yes, definitely you have to feed yourself, you have to worry about hunting for food, farming, things of that nature. Simulation, yes, you create tools, you craft, you build houses. It's not as unique as a lot of other building games where they don't give you the pieces, they actually just give you the structures, and then you can edit the doors and windows and things like that, but the main structures are the same. Role-playing, yeah, it actually does have some role-play elements to it with the interaction you have to the NPCs. Actually, one of the first interactions I had in the game, I talked to a female, and it immediately popped up a tip that I'm looking for a wife, and didn't realize that was the case. But we jumped right in with trying to build their affection towards you and their mood towards you to make them like you more, so that down the road you can ask somebody to marry you. Now, I'm not seeing how that affects pricing in merchant shops or anything like that at this point. I'm thinking that's something they're going to add in later, hopefully. But at this point, the main thing you're looking for is to increase their affection towards you for the females to marry you, and for everybody else to join your village. Now, if you're the type of player who likes to start from nothing and build up and see how far you can progress, if you like the progression of a game, I think you'll enjoy this. The gameplay is very enjoyable as you progress. It gives you enough things to do in the quest line to keep you busy while not pushing you so fast that you don't have time to kind of go off on your own and do your own thing. Now, the seasons in this game are interesting, and these are one of the things that make me hurry my gameplay because I'm worried about what I can do in each season. You have all 4 seasons, and each season lasts 3 in-game days, so basically a day is a month. and you can only plant certain crops in certain seasons. Really got to plan ahead so that you have what you need for the winter time and you don't miss an opportunity to grow your crop that only grows in that one season. To me, it makes me rush and work through the night oftentimes. This game does have a sleep element, so if you don't want to work at night, you can sleep from 7 p to 7 a, and when you wake up it'll be the next day. However, I find myself working through the nights more and more because I want to get as much done as I can for each season. Now, other things that you can do during the days and in seasons that you want to pay attention to are you can go talk and interact with NPCs in the various villages that are around the game map. Each day you have the opportunity to talk to folks and increase your reputation with them, increase their affection towards you, and see what they have to offer as far as quests and things of that nature. Not everyone offers quests, very few in fact offer quests. Now, one of the things that kind of kicks you in the face in this game is the taxes. Just like real life, you got to pay taxes and it sneaks up on you, and it's always more than you think it's going to be. So I find myself running to gather some money, which isn't that hard to make once you figure a few things out. But again, if you're not prepared, you'll be spending half your spring earning the money up to pay your taxes instead of planting your crops and doing what's necessary. Now, this game is called Medieval Dynasty, and in the game you will have a wife and you will have an heir. That's part of the game. You have to take care of your lineage and make sure you have an heir, which you will play as you go through the game. Once your main character dies, you will pass on to the child and become that character as you continue through your dynasty. Now, from the people I've talked to who are further along than me, after about year 25 in this game, they kind of run out of quests for you. You just continue to pay taxes and work and raise your family, which sounds like real life, quite frankly. But I imagine this is something they're going to add as they continue to develop this game. So let's take a look at the roadmap now. So in this roadmap the developers released, you can see they've got a clear path out for the next several months. I'd love to see where they intend to go past that, but it's nice to see the short-term goals of this game, which you have in fourth quarter of 2020, which is events, challenges, and fishing, and then riding, which hopefully that means a horse and not just a pig, so that you can get across the map a little bit quicker, and more farming options. They do have farming currently, but I imagine this is an expansion on the farming mechanic. In Q1 of 2021, they're going to add pottery, bookkeeping, alcohol production, and bandits. So, with bookkeeping and alcohol come bandits. So I'm looking forward to the bandits, honestly. As I said in the beginning of this game, there's nothing really to fight other than the wild animals, and you kind of have to go looking for those other than the wolves, who will find you. So after all this, is this a game that I think is worth buying? Yes, I do. I enjoy it. If you like the kind of crafting, role-playing, medieval lifestyle games that show progression and allow you to make your own choices and have that affect the game, this is a lot of fun, and I think you're really going to enjoy it, especially for the price right now on Steam. I think it's around $24 on sale. It's definitely worth picking up and being a part of the development from the beginning. Now, guys, today is September 23rd as I record this, and there have been 7 updates in the last 7 days for this as they continue to fix bugs and do things. I'm hoping they stay on that track and they continue to do hot fixes and improve the game and allow the community to put their input into it. One other thing I'll say, there's not a ton of information out there on this game because it is so new. You'll see more guides and things like that coming out in the future, but they do have a Discord channel, which is a ton of help, and I'll drop their link in the description. I got some answers there today, and you see lots of other people in there asking questions, and just super helpful opportunity for you to meet new people who are interested in the game and get some help and give some help if you want to as well. They're currently working on a community wiki as well. I saw them talking about that today in the Discord. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more updates. If you want to see more gameplay on Medieval Dynasty, check out the links as well to my series I've got planned. And guys, hope you enjoyed this. If you do, let me know in the comments down below. Take care, and we'll see you next time.